Good evening, welcome to this video. Today we have a Forgotten Vehicles episode on the SB-2M-105. Yeah, I don't really want to give this thing like shall we say, a glorious introduction, because there is a good reason why this thing is forgotten. Well, there's actually a few good reasons, but we'll get into that very shortly. So the SB-2M-105 is one of those bomber aircraft that I really don't know why it's at this BR. I don't know why it's still rank 1 if it's going to stay at this BR, which it shouldn't. And yeah, this is just a prime example of Gaijin not balancing stuff properly because, well, let's put it this way. You can run into F4U Corsairs in this thing. You can also run into what else is at 3.7? I can really name off the top of my head. P63s, well, they're 3.3, but you get my point. And other various dangerous aircraft that you do not want to meet in this thing, particularly ones armed with cannons, because, as you can tell, this thing doesn't exactly have a blessing in armor. Which, to be fair, that's the same for a lot of bombers, but this one is quite cramped, as you can tell. The internal airframe itself, like most of the aircraft, is just wing. Like it's like the Hampton in this regard, but at least the Hampton doesn't fight stuff with cannons. Well, I mean it does, but it's so rare you don't really run into that problem. But this thing, you absolutely do. So do we at least get decent power plants? Not really. These are Klimov VK105Rs with 1103 horsepower, which on a 1.3 to 1.7, maybe 2.0 bomber, these would be fine, especially one that can handle decently well. I mean, I think the Peshkas have these engines as well later down the line, but at least those are somewhat maneuverable. This thing is far from that, and, well, yeah, that's just how this thing sadly goes, unfortunately. At least we do get the twin 7.62 Shikas machine gun turret in the front, but as you can tell, it's not exactly stellar in terms of its defensive properties. And of course, we do have a lower machine gun up here as well, and a ball machine gun up here as well. So overall, the defensive armament doesn't look great. What about the bomb load? Well, this is the most you can take, 3 500kg bombs. And luckily, this thing recently got EFS, which should be helpful for us, but I don't think it's going to make a huge difference, personally speaking, anyway. But hopefully we can get at least something out of this thing, but I wouldn't count your lucky stars because, yeah, this is one of those things, really. Also, another point of note, you'll probably see from the most recent videos that, I don't know if you'll be able to notice, there might be a bit of a mic difference. This is because I've moved into a new room, as some of you may have seen on the Discord server. So I'm just still tinkering with settings, because whenever I unplug my mic, I have to redo all that stuff. But anyway, let's get in and let's get cracking. And looks like Gaijin wants me to get this over and done with ASAP. And to be honest, I thank you, Gaijin. And given it's this map, yes, I definitely want this over and done with. That's for sure. So, given it's this map, we're going to have to obviously be a bit more considerate because we don't have we do have a bit more time to get in and out. The problem is that it's not ideal because this map does tend to be one that you have in up tiers, not down tiers. Okay. Looks to be 3.0. Not too bad. So I'm going to call this base here and have a look around. Okay, B-34. I'd rather be in that than this sack of crap, but, well, unfortunately, Harry's never going to give you a video on this thing unless you ask him very nicely. I'm not sure why the WEP is. I think it's because of the altitude. Yeah. So for some reason the WEP was just being a bit awkward there. I'm not sure why. I'm just going to leave it off anyway. It doesn't really benefit us up here. But at a certain altitude, this thing basically loses WEP. You can tinker with it in the engine, like the manual engine controls, but I am not fanning around with that crap because, Well, what's the point? It's not going to make a huge difference in horsepower, I can tell you that much. So we're probably going to need both bombs on that base, but I'm actually going to be smart, and I'm going to drop a single 500. Although I think the IL-2s are going to make my job a little bit easier. Once they get rid of, well, this BF-110. But I don't think they're bothered about the BF-110. I'm more bothered about this DB-7. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to turn the front turret towards him. Let's see if we can't get a shot here. I'll take it. Critical hit. Hurricane's coming. He's going to be quite important because he does have twin 40mm. And bomb release. Lovely jubbly. That's P108. Okay, I'm not worried about that. Right, I don't know if that bomb will do it, but we'll soon find out. I think 1 does it for this BR. I don't remember, because it's a 500. But I'll soon find out. I think it's 1. And I don't think the other bombs drop separately, so we're just going to have to see now. Yeah, it is both. Okay, that's understandable. So now we have to deal with, this situation. But I think we'll be okay. The DB7 just broke off there. But we'll see. Hopefully, though, it's going to be not too bad for us. I don't think we'll ever get the kill on that DB7 unless he decides to cock up his approach there, but you know, it's something we've got to think about. Right, so we have a Focke-Wulf 190 coming in now, so we're going to engage the... Oh, okay, hold on a minute, this thing feels a little bit more maneuverable than what I remember it being. Does this have the old flight model? I can't remember the lead on these guns very well from that sort of angle. Right. Well, we do have a teammate nearby. Is it a teammate I want trying to support me here? No, but... yeah, this thing feels like it's got the old flight model of the SB-2M. Okay, well there goes our maneuverability. Like I said, we're not going to be getting up to much in this thing, but I mean, we're dogfighting a Focke-Wulf 190. If back in the day we had this... if you was dogfighting back in the day, you'd be outturning Spitfires almost in this thing. It was that maneuverable. Come on. Ivan, you are disappointing me. Right, nose turret. Do your job. Shred. Nice hits, nice hits. Come on. Come on. Just making sure we don't have anyone else nearby. I don't know why he's still trying to turn fight me. We've already established that I'm more maneuverable, mate. Focke-Wulfs are very hard to set on fire. Yeah, this is just turning into a clusterfuck right now. We're just... I don't know who's winning this fight. That's the thing. We've damaged him to the point where we've gotten a bloody crit on him, but... oh no, the lockup. The lockup! Well, we won't ever outrun a Focke-Wulf 190, but obviously now he has the advantage due to the lockup. So, we're just going to have to try and fight him off from here, I think, because we're not going to get an advantage like that again. If he's firing his cannon, which he is firing his cannon, I just need to keep the distance at about this sort of distance, because he can't hit us with his cannon here. But the problem is, as I said, I won't outrun him. I know I won't. It's a Focke-Wulf. That thing can outdive P-47s in some areas. Seriously though, like, on a more serious note, this thing is matched up against a Focke-Wulf 190, and yet this thing was extremely poor IRL, I think he's jammed it. Hold on, he's jammed his guns. Hold on. He's jammed his guns. I'm trying to get ball turret on him, but the dead zone's coming in clutch. Well, not clutch here, but if I angle it like that, I should be able to get a shot here. Ow. No, that's the gunner. I needed him to shoot at you. Hold on, I've got an idea. Let's see if it works. Oh, he's still got cannon left. Oh no, he got us. Well, that just summarizes this thing, don't it? Right, well, after losing that, which to be fair, we was bound to lose that, I will see you all in match number 2, and hopefully it goes a little better. Well, welcome back. Unfortunately, we're getting base stolen by that Euro over there, even though he's been quiet the entire game and never called a base, but, well, that's just what we have to deal with these days. So, nothing's really happened here. This is a 3-7 match, and I'm just about to drop my bombs. I'm surprised I've been able to get this far. I mean, I'm in SB-2M on Vietnam, and I'm dropping bombs, but, you know. There we go. That's that done. Yeah, don't expect anything amazing out of this match, that's for sure, but, well, that's what happens when you're flying an SB-2M in a 3-7 match, because Gurchin doesn't know how to make this thing balanced anymore. On a more serious note, like, why can't we just have this thing at, like, 2-0? It wouldn't break the matchmaker. It's exactly the same as the frickin', what is it? I think it's the 103U. I think it's just that, with a slightly different airframe in some area, which I don't care about. I don't know, but yeah. Some might be wondering why I'm charging towards the Kai-61, the Mustang, the P-40s, and the Spitfire. It's because I don't give a monkeys about this aircraft, so the quicker I get rid of this thing, the better. I would say we'll take the head-on. In fact, that's probably going to be our best option here. Taking the head-on because I don't give a shit about this plane. Yeah! Eat some of that. Eat some of that that front turret, mate. Although we've lost an engine, basically, but I mean, I'll take that for a Kai-61, that's for sure. Alright, let's see if we can pitch her up, because we are at a bit of a high speed, but of course, we are losing an engine, so we're going to take that into consideration. Buddy, I can't help you if you're going to fly like that, that's all I'm going to say. There goes the Kai-61. No, wrong way. Oh no, she did not like that. Hold on. It's torque steering to the left because of the engine damage. Right, so from what I've learned, this thing doesn't like to go above 280 miles per hour. You can convert that to your local speed determination, because some people use miles per hour, some people use kilometers an hour, some people use kilometers an hour. It just depends on where you live. But yeah, basically convert about 280 miles an hour to your local speed, and don't take this thing above that, because it's even getting tight at 260, so yeah, plus the wing damage, but we won't talk about that. To be fair, given that we was fighting a Kai-61 anyway, that was probably my best hope, was to take the head on there and get him with the front turret, which worked out surprisingly. Like, the front turret on this thing is the only good part, and if that's its only, like, good metric, other than, like, a sub-optimal bomb load, yeah, this thing is not that good. Hello, Mr. P-40. Eat shit. God, I love it when you can do stupid shit in bombers sometimes. Where'd that boomerang go? Oh, he's got it, okay. No, Gunner, we don't steal kills. That's not how we do things around here, buddy. Alright, I don't have much control over the left wing right now, but should have enough to bring this lady around. Well, I say it's a lady, it's like the one you don't want to dance with at the prom or something. This is the kind of aircraft that if you're forced to dance with it, it's probably the butch girl at the back of the freaking prom or something and you don't want it. Trust me. I'm not speaking off of personal experience just because of... Well, yeah, but no, it's not that. Oh, come on. Really? You've gone from nuking a P-40 and smacking a Ki-61 to scratching the paintwork of a BF-110. It's a bot. Just shoot the damn thing and kill it, please. It's probably the highest... Well, probably one of the better runs I've had in this thing, to be honest. Ow. Don't shoot that engine. I've already got a damaged... Well, that one's already damaged. There we go. We can officially say we're bot farming in an SB-2M, which is embarrassing, but... Well, desperate times call for desperate measures. I think I'll deal with this bot, and then we'll go back to the hangar, because this game's basically over. I'll just fly back, and we'll go from there. Can I at least bring the turret up? No, I don't have a good angle. Oh, hold on. She's torque steering again. I don't like this. Come on. There we go. Good girl. Right. Hold still so I can shoot you, please. Oh my god, it's actually, that bot is actually outrunning us. My god. Well, I'm going to continue this tail chase until this left engine fails, and then I'm forced to go back to base because this thing doesn't fly on one engine very well. I will see you all back in the hangar in a couple of moments. See you then. Well, welcome back to the hangar. That went about as well as you can expect. I didn't even end up getting back to the runway because when the left engine failed, the right engine just completely torque steered us into the ground. So, yeah, not ideal. We was losing airspeed anyway, and due to the left wing damage, it just wasn't feasible to try and get back. But to be fair, that was a pretty intense run to say how bad this thing can be. But in conclusion, do not play this aircraft. It is one of the worst vehicles at 2.7. If not, it takes the crown for the worst. But, I mean, we've at least got something good to line up next. This is the Yak 9B, which I really don't know why people don't give this thing a bit of love. Because if I'm playing low-tier Russia with friends and I need CAS, I take this thing. And, well, yeah, it's good. That's all I'm going to say. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's episode on the SB-2M-105, even if you get the spider with a middle finger in the thumbnail, because that always indicates if the vehicle is bad or not. If it's the one with the thumbs up, because yeah, I use spiders for this. I don't know if you remember, but still. Yeah, it basically means if it's good or not. It's similar to the green and the red on the Talisman series, so yeah, should be pretty familiar with it now. Well, by now. But if not, that's just a brief explanation. Anyway, I'll see you all on the next one.